Hello, welcome back once again. Today we have this interesting geometry problem for Olympiad. We have an inscribed semicircle inside a right triangle, and two of the sides are given 12 units and 5 units. Our job is to find the area of this semicircle. So let's get started. Now, the longest side of this right triangle is not given, so let's call it x. And we're going to apply the Pythagoras theorem right over here. So using the Pythagoras theorem, we get that x squared is equal to 5 squared plus 12 squared. We get x squared is equal to, this is 25 plus 144. So we get x squared is equal to, sum this up to get 169. So we get x is equal to positive square root of 169, giving us 13 units. So x is 13 units. Now, let's call this the center of this semicircle. And this line from this center to this point right over here is the radius of this semicircle. And it is at the tangent. So it is perpendicular and forms an angle of 90 degrees right over here. Awesome. Now, using the two tangent lines theorem, the length of this place is going to be 5 units as well. Then the remaining length here is going to be 13 minus 5, which is 8 units. Now, this is the radius, right? We call it r. And here, this is the radius. The remaining length here is going to be 12 minus the radius. Therefore, we're going to use the Pythagoras theorem to solve for the radius of this semicircle. So we have a right triangle that we're going to make use of here. Let's bring it out. So we have something like this. So we have something like this from there. So the base, is that the base? So the base is r, right? And the longest side, which is the hypotenuse, is 12 minus r. And the altitude is 8. So we can use the Pythagoras theorem right over here to get r squared plus 8 squared is equal to 12 minus r squared. So this is r squared plus 64 is equal to, expand this to get 144 minus 24r plus r squared. So we know we can subtract r squared from both sides. So here we have 24r is equal to 144 minus 64. So we get 24r is equal to 80. So divide both sides by the coefficient of r, which is 24. So this cancel this. So here we get the radius is equal to, so here use 4 to get 20, use 4 here to get 6, use 2 to get 10, and use 2 here to get 3. So therefore the radius of the semicircle is 10 divided by 3. Now, let us find the area of the semicircle, and that's the main question, right? So the area of a semicircle is half the area of a total circle. So that's going to be equal to pi r squared by 2. So this is equal to pi by 2 into bracket 10 divided by 3 whole squared. So the area is equal to pi divided by 2 times, so 10 squared will give us 100, divided by 3 squared is giving us 9. 2 here 1, 2 here is 50. Therefore, the required area of the semicircle is equal to 50 pi divided by 9 square units. So this right over here is our correct answer. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please kindly subscribe to this channel. Also like, comment, and share.